What up, my people? It's the Reflector here to reflect what choose to neglect. Today, we're just gonna speak on Lilith, but not for yourself, but what your parents' Lilith was in mom and dad. Even if you don't know your dad or mom, maybe look at the people that raised you. But it's always important to know like the actual seed and the blood flow and the alignments you came from, aka your dad's mind and his makeups, and then you was in your mama's world and her actual body, creating your developing your own body using her and shit, right? So you basically, when you're living when you're living through your parents first before you're born out, you basically are developing and deriving trauma. Now, for those trauma based on the second, because remember, you're secondhand taking what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really see outside from them. You're just seeing from what they're going through from the inside out. Um, so what was I about to get to? Um, oh yeah, so just to start about what Lilith is in the first place. Lilith is, it's a lot of stories about it and stuff, like with imagery and symbolism, and it being something about uh, a certain type of female figure, and it is. Lilith is like the moon within the moon, because your moon is just the mind that you pretty much as a spirit liked to be in when it comes to comfortability, or you just thinking to yourself, or you just reacting and responding, or your comfort level. Everybody gotta have a comfort zone here. And then you have how you put out that comfort zone, your sun, your image of what you wanna be seen as. Mm. So yeah, Lilith is basically the moon within the moon. So it's something to do with your first feeling of what it means for you to even, is basically like your first feeling that you grasp that related with your spirit most. Lilith is like an impact. It's not something you kind of got. It is. No. I'm lying. My bad. That's other. Lilith is an impact when you're in here in this world. It might look like it, like you might feel embarrassed or anything that somebody puts onto you that reflects your Lilith or even your parents. You'll feel like embarrassed or something, or you'll feel vulnerable. Really, it's not embarrassed. You just feel open, like you just got exposed. That's why I say it's the moon's moon, because anytime you get into you go over somebody's comfort zone, so you push they back against the wall, they go into fight or flight. Thing is, there's a substance within that energy that's even more dark or more traumatizing that some people run away from, some people go head first, depending on the spirit and the alignment that you kind of chose to be with or develop yourself. So, so yeah, it's a impacted feeling that you pretty much grasp for the first time before you even started creating your shells and your other alignments to go around it, right? So it's almost like peeling back the layers. It's like that first layer of how you even started making up. All right, so now we got that out the way. Understanding your parents' Lilith, right? Um, so for example, with me, my parents' Lilith is, my mom's is in Aquarius and then my dad's is in Capricorn. So this is pretty much, I'm gonna have trauma when it comes into the masculine part, father part. The way I think or have direction is gonna be, I feel like I gotta like have, I'm gonna have a situation of being like, I have to have a position before I feel like I can travel and do my fatherly energy, which is just like your path of what you know you need to stand up and create images for, type of thing. Shout out to Penhema and Penhema. But so like I said, Lilith being your parents' Lilith, whatever that's in, you're kind of pretty much have to fight through that trauma and feel empowered through those type of things, so you can kind of live life a little more easier, and you won't feel like you're getting blocked, or you won't feel like you can't go outside of your comfort zone because there's something invisible blocking you. But it's just that substance that you was creating while you was in your dad's thoughts and stuff, and then he nutted you out into your mom. But right now we talking about the dad. So everything that has something to do with direction, idea, leadership, standing up, something like that, I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna get hindered by that Capricorn energy. So it's gonna be like, what am I known for? What do I have? What's my reputation? Uh, how am I gonna build? You know what I'm saying? Right. And then my mom is the next one over. She's Lilith in uh, Aquarius. So my emotional energy or my connected energy, feminine energy is social, connected, comfortable, consoling, caring, um, memories, right? So reaction. So when it comes that for me, since my mom Lilith is in Aquarius while I was going in her, right? I'm gonna have like a little trauma, or I can make it empowerment when it comes into having a group of people that I'm associated with and pretty much keep that going. So that's my comfort level on the internal side because it's my mom's Lilith. So basically, so okay, just like when I was in school, right? I always was having a group, and it was always like I always felt like if I did something off, then everybody would look at me and judge like a devil's advocate, Aquarius, be in the background, be in the audience, grouped up, and talking about you and how you not associate. You know what I'm saying? So that's and I know that. So pretty much I be understanding like, okay, that's just some fucking trauma. I'm not gonna run away from it. I just gotta keep on doing what my spirit like to do and not get so hindered from the past of how I was being cultivated and being born. Like I'm here now, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, like I said, you secondhand when you were in your dad and in your mama, you were secondhand taking whatever they were doing on the outside, you were feeling their blood flow more. So it's like you don't even see what they were seeing. You was just seeing the second hand of what you felt from what they gave you. This is why I'm saying that you really need to know all their signs, but we're talking about Lilith. So this is empowerment, embarrassment, trauma, and transformation. When it comes into whatever element your Lilith is in, you gotta kind of transform and empower yourself like that. When it comes into that, like that invisible trauma you might be feeling, because you got your own Lilith. Like my Lilith is in Sagittarius, so that's gonna be like, I might, I'm like before my parents' energy, like Sag before, and then Capricorn and Aquarius. It's not to say like I'm behind. It's just like it's gonna play out like I'm gonna seem like I'm not. It's gonna seem like I'm being too free. Sagittarius, I'm just being out there, just uncaged, unhinged, right? And I'm worried about the spiritual growth of everybody at the end of the day, really. And I'm worried about triggering or looking at what is this awareness that we can gain, and I mean, what can we learn from? What can we extract from everything? Type of. That's how I be looking at things. So that's my like deep thing that empowers me, or it can be a trauma because somebody else can give me that energy, and I'll feel like, damn, this nigga preaching to me. Yeah, I know all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody got to take their little different. Mine got something to do with preaching and spirituality and beliefs and learning. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, so I gotta carry it out more like freely and just have faith more and not try to have like the firm winter energy that I'm kind of traumatized with. You know what I'm saying? So y'all kind of could do that for yourself. You know, y'all tell me what y'all parents Lilith that a lot of people don't even know about Lilith, which is fine. I think Lilith right now is in Sagittarius. It's in my Lilith returns here because that's where I have Lilith. So anyway, let me see. Do I got my other phone? No. Because y'all don't be understanding, Lilith can hinder you from growing. Because in your situations, you'll put you be having a rose-colored glasses on based on what suited you at one point, but now it's gonna destroy you. It was a crutch, and it helped you, but now it's like a devastating crutch or like a hindering crutch. Because one thing you took that worked in this area, if you try to mix it with this, it might block other things within that area. It might be a little gesture you say. It might be a thought process you was about to say, but it got interrupted and you end up saying something else for the sake of not being embarrassed or feeling vulnerable. Like I said, Lilith is embarrassment, vulnerability, openness. It was your first feeling. You know what I'm saying? And imagine your parents with that energy. They had their first feeling, you secondhand going through it. So y'all gotta know, like I said, whatever element it's in, or whatever weather spectrum, not weather spectrum, fucking seasonal spectrum. Like I said, my parents got the winter energy with Lilith. So it's gonna be a lot of you gotta get some money or something like that. Or I'm gonna feel like if I don't have that, that's what I'm gonna keep on like not being my full potential because I don't have something to just gain money off of. And then it's like the funny thing is when you try to live through that trauma and do it as you feel like your parents want you to do it, even if they're not telling you, but like it's like that overseeing eye energy, then you just gonna end up doing it and you're gonna realize, damn, I just wasted my time. You better believe it. I'll try to tell you. You gonna feel like I did that shit before. Back like 4 or 5 years, 6 years ago. I pretty much I started getting a whole bunch of jobs. I'm not there's nothing wrong with getting jobs. But I'm just saying like I was overwhelming myself just based on I thought that's what it meant to be like doing something. But also I do blame this motherfucking world because they asked to be over here flip floppy. Back then it was like this, you can get a job. Now it's weird ass energy. You gotta get put on, somebody gotta put you on, you gotta know people within that area. And this is why a lot of people they'll just like, which is nothing wrong with it, but they'll end up being like locally involved, however that is. They have a little league team, uh, volunteer doing this, work for the city, work for be a teacher or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, damn, this sun look good on me. Look good on her too. Ain't that pretty, Sheldon? Me kiss. Give me a kiss. You don't want to give me a kiss? Give me a kiss. All right, but yeah, man, we gotta keep it straight because, like I said, you'll be on a false mission based on trying to prove to your parents. Like, just look at it like that. When everybody just be trying to prove something to their parents just so they can feel like, oh, I'm doing something right. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to do that, but everybody's themselves. So this is why, if it's in reality, that means it's God showing you something. So a lot of people be deserting their kids. It don't mean it's right or wrong. That's how you know there's no right and wrong. But people be deserting their kids like a motherfucker, depending on whatever the fact. You got famous people don't ever talk to their kids no more. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, it don't really matter that it's your parents and you gotta feel like an obligation to impress them or something because they're their own people. They live their whole life way longer before you. So it's like, but yeah, so y'all gotta get off of these false missions, false impressment. Because if you gonna reach a point where you be like, damn, wait, why am I doing this again? Or wait, I'm not getting that reciprocation from my parents to make me feel good. Or even if they overly making you feel good, you gonna eventually still be like, damn, what the fuck am I really doing though? You know what I'm saying? It's okay to settle. I'm not going nowhere, Millie. It's okay to settle, but we gotta understand that everybody got traumas and everybody has a point of view of looking at the world, and some people got everybody, because it's by default, you got kind of contaminated by people you came from because it don't suit you, suit them. But as long as you get aware of it, everything's fine though. You'll end up being like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna live through this. That's just some type of energy I have within me that I can use, take it or leave it, or throw it away. Don't ever actually pay attention to it no more. But just know, you got to know where you came from to see where you're going. So that's why I like to look at your parents' chart and stuff like that, especially their Lilith, because that's their vulnerability. That's their fucking trauma, or they don't feel open, or they don't be feeling secure without actually obtaining whatever that Lilith is. Mine just so happen to be in that obtaining winter energy. So it's going to look like getting shelter, having security, having people with you to help innovate and move on forward with the world type of shit. Anyway, it's the Reflector. Y'all be mindful of the motherfucking Liliths. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this video helped y'all a little bit. Because a lot of y'all be just staying in a bubble and y'all don't be realizing it. But yeah, it's the Reflector. It'll reflect the truth.